It's kind of like it's doing its own thing, but yet it is Italy.
But, I'm stopping here on the roadside not just to get some pictures of this stunning, rugged landscape.
All right. So here I am, in Sardinia. You know, the island that belongs to Italy, sitting out here in the Mediterranean Sea. It's kind of like it's doing its own thing, but yet it is Italy. I rolled off the ferry from Barcelona just a couple days ago. I've spent some time poking around the west coast, and today I'm finally heading east. My goal? It's simple, or at least it sounds simple. I'm riding from the west coast across the island, aiming for Cala Gonone. I hope I'm saying that right. But it's a small village on the east coast that sits right on the water, and it's basically the jumping off point for some of the most spectacular, rugged, and dramatic coastline that I'm seen anywhere. Maybe only Lefkada in Greece could even come close. Now this whole stretch of coast is carved out of limestone. These sheer cliffs drop straight into the Tyrrhenian Sea. There are sea caves, hidden coves, and water so clear, that turquoise, that it looks fake. And here's the thing. A lot of these beaches and these coves and these caves, you can't hike to them. You can't drive to them. The only way in is by boat, and you can rent those boats there in Cala Gonone. And that's why that little village matters. Just rent one of those boats, point it down the coast, and suddenly that whole island opens up in a whole new way that you couldn't even do by land. From above, it's almost hard to believe. Look at this. Beautiful coast, dramatic cliffs. The village is just almost spilling into the Mediterranean. There are boats just scattered out there like exclamation points on this turquoise water. It's wild, it's raw, and it's exactly the kind of place that makes you plan an entire day around getting there. Because it's
Karl,
tough,
WorldRider checking in here from the rugged coast of Sardinia. I'm on the west coast of Sardinia, Mediterranean Sea. But, I'm stopping here on the roadside not just to get some pictures of this stunning, rugged landscape, but to share this with you. I love this about these European villages, cities, from Albania to Portugal to Spain, Italy, is fresh mountain spring water. People stop here at this little pull-off, refill their water bottles, and drink that mountain fresh water. Wow, that's so cool. And then just look at this road behind me. Look at this stunning landscape. That's pretty good. Some people just pulled in. I think they want some water. Better save some for them.
So I set my GPS to go from the west coast to the east coast for Cala Gonone. And then I get this warning. The road is closed. And I'm thinking, that's interesting, because there's really only one main road that drops into this little village. It's famous for its switchbacks. It's steep, it's narrow, and hardly any guardrails exposed. It's one of those roads that probably looks amazing in photos, but probably terrifying for those of you who may be in a car. On a bike, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But today, sadly, it's closed. Now, technically, there is another way to Cala Gonone, but the GPS keeps saying, yeah, you can try it, but don't you dare screw this up. It's narrow, steep, and there's not a lot of room for error. It's like one lane road down. Cars coming up or cars going down, there's no real places to pass. There's no turnouts because it's just carved out of the cliff. Anyway, that's where I'm going. Oh yeah, Now we're getting there. As we drop off those open hills and we get into this nice canopy, look at these trees. It's narrow. It's feeling a little bit chillier now. There's not so much sunlight anymore. This is classic Sardinia. One minute you're baking in the sun, and the next you're riding through a tunnel of trees. Narrow tarmac. Yeah, this is cool. Alright, I'm going to pull over here just for a second. The shade feels pretty good, and I'm going to bring up my other camera. Just switching things up here. I'll get back on the road. Always good to have a different perspective. I love playing with these cameras. Of course, the real work is when you're editing. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Let's move down the hill. Let's get to Cala Gonone. Can't wait to rent a boat and get off this motorcycle and on another way of travel. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Look at all these cars. People are stopped, their engines are off. Nobody's moving. Alright, let's just see what's going on here. I think that this is weird, because either possibly someone tried to come up this road and now nobody can pass. Or maybe there's been an accident. Either way, this doesn't feel like it's going to be cleared up anytime soon. And I'm not really interested in sitting here all day wondering when I could get down. I could try to split these cars and just go down the side, but yeah, turning around with no cars is a lot easier than turning around with a bunch of cars. So yep, that's it. I'm gonna turn this bad boy around. It's sad, no Cala Gonone today. It's just one of those things that happens, you know, when you get on the road. Plans that go to naught. But look how insanely narrow this road is. All these cars, I mean, I'm lucky I'm on a motorcycle, I can squeeze by, and even then, it's not real safe. I mean, I've got to be careful. And look at the potholes. I could, you know, this cliff just would drop down. Fortunately, there's a fence right here, but when I went around this bend, no way. Uh-oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Where are my sunglasses? Oh no! Did they fall off? Did I drop them? I don't want to turn around and go back there. Jeez. Oh man. Whoa! Holy hell, look at that. They slipped down and got caught right by my foot peg. Just dangling there. One bump of being bumped off there and run over by one of these cars. This is luck. Thank God. Crisis averted. So yep, so much for my west to east coast Sardinian adventure today. But that's fine. There's plenty more of this island to explore. More roads, more food, more wine, more surprises. And I guess Cala Gonone will have to wait another day. And that's why I love travel. Because there's another cool place just down the road I just don't know about yet. And Cala Gonone, I'll be back. I'll be back. But for now, let's just keep riding. Loving Sardinia. Loving Sardinia.